Brooks. Pierce Brooks.
My name is Pierce Brooks. I live in North Canton at 1885 Beechwood Avenue. Before the onset of this genocidal conflict perpetrated against the Palestinian people by the Israeli regime, there were 2.2 million Palestinians living in Gaza. Recently, Donald Trump held a press conference with war criminal Benjamin Netanyahu and talked about the need to ensure the safety of the, quote, remaining 1.7 to 1.8 million Palestinians in Gaza. In connection with these facts, I would bring to your attention the well-known case of Mahmoud Khalil, who, as a young father and a bright student activist on the campus of Columbia University in New York, was kidnapped by ICE agents at the behest of President Trump's cabinet of cronies. He was trafficked out of his home state, away from his pregnant wife, who would later give birth during his captivity, to a maximum security prison in Louisiana, and held without charge for several months as revenge for merely using his right to freedom of speech to speak out alongside his fellow students against complicity of the university administration's trust fund investments into Israeli business ventures linked to military institutions which are responsible for carrying out the ongoing genocide. In conjunction with these facts, many ICE agents and police officers from even municipal jurisdictions here in the United States have been given leave in recent years to travel to Israel at the expense of our taxpayers in order to train alongside Israeli soldiers who have extensive experience brutalizing innocent Palestinian civilians with tactics such as kettling, such that they can come back here to our country and use those techniques on our citizens who choose to exercise their rights to free speech and freedom of assembly. Mahmoud Khalil has not been the only legal resident of this country to have been disappeared by ICE agents through these clandestine acts of retaliation. Some of those known to still be held have yet to have had court hearings, and many have not even been heard from by their loved ones. These thugs would be quite happy to not only facilitate the deportation of so-called illegal immigrants to squalid prisons in El Salvador, but also those Americans who dare to speak out against war crimes committed by foreign beneficiaries of our tax dollars. As a citizen of Stark County, I will not stand for any further genocidal complicity. ICE agents must be barred from operation within the bounds of this municipality, and any of our officers on the local police forces who wish to extend collaboration or cooperation with these federal outside agitators who gleefully kidnap innocent, conscientious people on behalf of the whims of a foreign power like Israel that is actively committing a genocide, these officers should be held to account and not be allowed to serve on a police force when they are so clearly out of moral alignment with the will of the public. Additionally, ahead of the next most applicable municipal budget and investment review period, you all need to study the extent of the genocidal war crimes perpetrated by the Israeli regime over the course of the past year and a half, using our financial resources as allocated by the